Hello, my name is Keegan Wendell, and today I shall attempt to engage your interest by taking you on a brief tour of the mind. And I'm going to go over a concept called the inner eye. I'm sure you've seen one of these before. Okay, it's a pyramid. And what do we have in the pyramid? Okay, eyeball in the pyramid. Did you know that everybody has one? Everybody on earth. You can't go through life, you can't be a human being without having an eyeball in the pyramid. And there is a famous comment that comes down to us by the greatest rabbi who ever lived and still lives today, Yeshua, or Jesus. And he says, the lamp of the body is the eye. If therefore your eye is good, your whole body will be filled with light. Does anybody have any idea what that means? Can you break that down for me? Any ideas? There are no wrong answers. I'll repeat it for you. The lamp of the body is the eye. If therefore your eye is good, your whole body will be filled with light. What do you think that means?
Have a good moral fiber,
Mm-hmm.
and you will have good energy, I guess.
Yeah, that's great. I couldn't have said it better. Actually, I'm going to try to say it better.
Okay.
We're going to flesh it out, but that's a good start. Like I said, there's no wrong answers, and that's a very good, valid answer. The way I see it is I'm going to submit to you, and you probably already know this already. We're not talking about a literal eye. We're not talking about a literal lamp. That's my best idea of the lamp. Visual representation of a lamp, right? Okay, we're not talking about a physical eye. We're not talking about a physical lamp or physical light even. These are poetic expressions for something spiritual. As I told you before, every human being has what is known as an inner eye. And Yeshua says, if your eye is good, your inner eye is good, your whole body will be filled with light. I would submit to you that these things are representations of things that we cannot see, taste, touch, smell, or hear. So you can't see these things. Did you know that there are many things in life that go beyond what we see, taste, touch, smell, and hear? We learn that in science, quantum physics, and the like, right? There are things that are called dark matter. Dark meaning they're beyond our perception. Even we can account for them in mathematics, but we can't see them. Does that make sense? So, with our inner eye, Yeshua says that we can sense things. For instance, right now, you may be thinking about something that happened way in the past, or you might be thinking about something that you hope will happen in the future, or you might be in outer space, thinking about, oh, I wonder what it's like to float in outer space. You see, you can visualize these things spiritually, and you can actually get to know somebody. You can perceive things about not based on what they look like your friend here. There are qualities that you like about her and that you don't like about her that have nothing to do with what the person looks like physically. There's something there that grips you spiritually. There may be people that you don't like. You can't even put it into words. I just don't like that person. And there are things like, I like this person. He puts off a good energy. Things of that nature. That's inner vision. I would submit to you that is the eye, the inner eye. But the light, however, is a symbolic representation of truth. So imagine you walk into a room and all the lights are off. It's dangerous to do that. I mean, the best case scenario, maybe you stub your toe. Worst case scenario, it's booby trapped. And you fall down in a pit, like Indiana Jones, you fall down in a pit and you die. Or something, get your head chopped off. Maybe there's a mass murder. Maybe there's a killer clown from outer space hiding in your room. You don't know he's there. So now imagine if you turn on the light shows you what's truly in that room so that you can navigate your way around the room with ease. That is also an allegory for life, because everyone here has no clue. For instance, you had no clue you were gonna run into me today. That's a form of blindness. It's a form of lack of insight, a lack of knowledge, a lack of vision. So I may not even know. I don't know what's going to happen for 5 minutes. I hope I'm still going to be alive in the next 5 minutes. But then again, I might walk out of this room and a killer clown from outer space might come and kill me. So what I'm getting at is there are things that are even beyond life and death. Because when I die, there may be another form of life. And that is what is the ultimate truth. So in life, there are ultimate truths. You know the difference between objective and subjective truth, right? So subjective truth is based on emotion and preferences. Honestly, there are some Haitians that are just, I can't get along with Haitian people. I know they're good people, I just don't get along with them. They're not my cup of tea. But does that mean they're bad people? Honestly, just because I don't get along with somebody doesn't mean that person is a bad person. The truth is, there are many redeeming qualities to that person. Does that make sense? So there's a difference between objective truth and subjective truth. So what's objective truth? True is true, and it'll never change. It's always true. Subjective truth, I might change my mind. I might start to like a person. I'm sure you met somebody you didn't like at first, but then they grew on you, right? So that Haitian guy, I apologize. Maybe I'll give you another time to go bowling with you and give you another shot. Okay, so there are actually two types of light. Do you know that there's two types of light? Well, I just told you that light symbolizes truth. There's two types of truth, objective and subjective truth. So in quantum physics, we have something called wave-particle theory. Have you ever heard of that theory? You have, right? So light is composed of photons. If you look at light and what it's composed on at the microscopic level, it'll appear to you as either one of two things, based on what you want to see. So if you want to see a particle, get out your microscope or whatever, and you say, I want this to appear as a particle, and the photons will arrange themselves as particles. Guess what? They'll never revert back to being something else. They'll always, in other words, there's a super potential. They're in a superposition where they could be either one or the other. And until you look at it and decide, I want to see particles, that's what it'll become. But if you want to see something else, I want to see the photons arrange themselves as a wave. Sorry for the chalk, it's dollar store chalk. Okay? The light will appear as a wave. So, this is also an analogy, a spiritual analogy. Life is a lot like that. I just told you, you can see somebody and say, I don't like that thing about that person, therefore this person is just a piece of garbage. You blow him to bits, to smithereens. He's nothing but dust, he's a particle. I don't like this guy, he's the scum of the earth. Particles. Or you can say, you know what, that's just one thing that I don't like. He's not a piece of dust. He's got integrity. There's many things about him. I'm going to choose to see the beauty in the creation because he's created in the image of God like I am. There's got to be some redeeming qualities. There's got to be something I like about that guy. Therefore, this guy turns into a wave. I see him like a rainbow. You know, you have different shades in the rainbow. There are white people, black people, purple people, and all that. I'm about to land the plane, I promise. So life is like that. You have something called freedom of choice, free will, right? Behind door number 1 is this. Behind number door is 2. So it's a series of decisions. You actually might make a decision that can end up killing you or being a really bad ultimate outcome. But if you have the light that Yeshua Jesus promises you, you'll be able to navigate your life with ease. And you'll actually see the beauty of creation instead of something that is absolutely chaotic and destructive. So I'll just end on a good note, and mixed with a little bit of sweet and sour, is that the lamp of the body is the eye. If therefore your eye is good, your whole body will be filled with light. Yeshua says at the same time, but if your eye is bad, your whole body will be filled with darkness. If therefore the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Thank you.
Ooh.